Hello friends, today we are discuss about the deviation. Basically two types of deviation, planned deviation and unplanned deviation. Here we have some example of deviation, GMP mistake or error, reprocessing or rework, unapproved changes, performing an activity without proper training, outside of operating parameter or in process control limits, failure to follow written SOPs or approved batch record instruction. Definition of deviation. Departure from approved instruction or established standard. Deviation is a departure from approved procedure or established standard or specification. GMP requirement. As per the ICH guideline, any deviation from established procedure should be documented and explained. Critical deviation should be investigated, and the investigation and its conclusion should be documented. Written procedure should be established and followed for investigation critical deviation or the failure of batch intermediate or API to meet specification. The investigation should be extended to other batches that may have been associated with the specific failure or deviation. Deviation GMP requirement. Any deviation should be documented and explained. Any critical deviation should be investigated. Deviation in yield associated with critical process steps should be investigated to determine their impact, potential impact on resulting quality or affected batches. Any deviation from this should be evaluated to ensure that there is no any detrimental effect upon the fitness or purpose of the material. Deviation GMP requirement. Types of deviation. Basically two types of deviation, planned deviation and unplanned deviation. A deviation is an activity performed differently and more modifiedly than the specified and approved documentation. In this planned deviation which are described and pre-approved deviation from the current operational document system covering a specified period of time or number of batches. Planned deviation shall be approved before execution. Planned deviation should be handled through QA approved change control procedure. All changes should be evaluated of product impact, significance, the need for requalification or revalidation. Changes ultimately approved or rejected by QA. QA should insist that planned deviation not be used. All deviation should be uh, unplanned deviation also called as incident. Incident can be defined as unplanned or uncontrolled event in the form of the non-compliance from the design system or procedure at any stage manufacturing, packaging, testing, holding and storage of drug product due to system. Classification. Critical minor major. Quality impacting incident. Quality impacting incident are error or occurrence during execution of an activity which will affect the quality, purity, strength of the drug product. Quality non-impacting incident. Quality non-impacting incident are error or occurrences during execution of any activity which may have no impact on quality, purity and strength of the drug product. Documentation. Deviation reported in real time. Timely notification of QA within 24 hours. Through root cause investigation. Timely investigation within 13 days. Corrective action proposed and initiated or completed. Investigation closed. Implicated batches or rejected. Preventive action initiated and closed. The guideline required that any deviation to defined processing step in the production record should be documented. It may be useful to have additional pages in the production record, allow to easy recording unexpected occurrence or deviation to the standard instruction. It is the responsibility of person reviewing the completed production record production to decide which deviation could be considered critical or and required investigation. The quality unit should be check the deviation record, not the full production batch record. The quality unit should check the deviation to see the procedure was followed and critical deviation record was impact on API quality. Ensure that critical deviation were investigated as per the QCM guideline. Documentation. A critical deviation is defined as the variation as previously established critical parameter or significant variation to standard operation parameter to standard operation, which will be affect the quality of the API intermediate. Critical deviation should be always be investigated and correction action identified. Investigation and its conclusion should be documented. ICSQ7 allow the company to determine the extent of the investigation or explanation. Where deviation recur on a regular basis of the need, for example, to requalify equipment, retrain operator, redefine the process parameter, or to implement other appropriate action should be considered. Example of the deviation: incorrect charging of raw material, temperature, pressure, vacuum parameter outside defined limits, operating instruction not corrected followed, breakdown of process equipment or failure of utilities, equipment out of calibration, production record not adequately completed, temporary alteration to define the production instruction, in process control limit not achieved, alternative production equipment used to short notice, extraneous contamination of API and intermediate, any other unplanned event. Observation: generally FDA 483 observation. Corrective action do not match or support definitive or potential root cause.